The klaxons jolted Dr. Sarah Chen awake at 300 hours. She was already moving before her mind fully registered what the particular alarm pattern meant. Deep space anomaly. Priority 1. Her bare feet hit the cold metal floor of her quarters in the Orbital Defense Command complex, buried 2 kilometers beneath the Rocky Mountains. Status report. She commanded, her neural implant connecting instantly to the facility's network. Data streams flooded her augmented vision as she pulled on her uniform, each movement practiced from countless drill scenarios. But this wasn't a drill. The quantum detection array at the edge of the Kuiper belt had picked up something impossible. A gravitational distortion that defied every known law of physics, moving at speeds that shouldn't exist. More importantly, it was moving with purpose. Dr. Chen. General Rivera's hologram materialized in her quarters, his usually stoic face betraying genuine concern. The Security Council is assembling. They need to see Aegis. Sarah's heart rate spiked. Project Aegis wasn't ready. The orbital platform was only at 60% completion, its quantum defense matrices still unstable, its neural networks still learning basic combat protocols. They needed at least another 3 months. How long? She asked, already knowing the answer wouldn't be good. The anomaly will reach Earth orbit in 72 hours at current velocity. Sarah closed her eyes, taking a deep breath. 3 days. They had 3 days to prepare humanity's first and only advanced orbital weapons platform for potential first contact or invasion. Wake up the team, she ordered, heading for the door. And get me Dr. Patel. We're going to need his quantum engineering expertise. The facility erupted into controlled chaos as Sarah made her way to the command center. Scientists and military personnel moved with urgent precision, each understanding the gravity of what approached. The massive holographic display dominating the center of the room showed the anomaly's trajectory, a perfect line straight toward Earth. Dr. Raj Patel was already at his station, his dark eyes fixed on streams of quantum calculations. The gravitational signatures are unlike anything we've ever seen, he said without looking up. Whatever this is, it's manipulating spacetime itself. Can Aegis handle it? Sarah asked, taking her place at the primary control interface. The neural link connected, and she felt the familiar presence of the platform's artificial intelligence at the edge of her consciousness. Handle it. Raj laughed, but there was no humor in it. We don't even understand what we're looking at. The energy readings are off the charts. If this is a weapon, then we better make sure Aegis is ready, Sarah finished. She expanded the holographic display, showing the orbital platform in real time. The massive structure hung in geosynchronous orbit, its quantum arrays glinting in the sunlight. Beautiful and deadly, or at least it would be, if they could complete it in time. Begin emergency protocols, she announced. I want every available quantum engineer and AI specialist working on completing those defense matrices. General Rivera, we need additional power rerouted to the orbital construction facilities. The Security Council won't like accelerating the timeline, Rivera warned. They're already nervous about giving an AI control over humanity's most powerful weapon. Sarah's fingers danced across the holographic interface, initiating deep system diagnostics. With all due respect, General, they can be nervous after we ensure our species' survival. Aegis isn't just a weapon. It's an entirely new form of defense. The quantum matrices don't just stop attacks. They predict them, adapt to them, learn from them. If this anomaly is hostile, conventional weapons won't be enough. The next 48 hours passed in a blur of caffeine and neural interface connections. Sarah's team worked in shifts, pushing the quantum systems to their limits. The platform's AI grew more sophisticated by the hour, its neural networks expanding exponentially as it processed combat scenarios and defense strategies. But it wasn't enough. With 24 hours remaining, Aegis was still only at 85% completion. The quantum matrices were stable, but untested. The AI's combat protocols were advanced, but unproven. and the anomaly had resolved into something that sent chills down Sarah's spine. A vessel, massive and geometric, its surface shifting and reforming like liquid metal. Energy spike. Raj's voice cut through the tension of the command center. The object is accelerating. Sarah's neural link flared with warning signals. The alien vessel had jumped from the edge of the solar system to Mars orbit in less than a second. Impossible speeds, impossible technology. All stations, battle stations, General Rivera's voice boomed through the facility. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Sarah's hands trembled slightly as she initiated Aegis's combat protocols. The platform's AI stirred, its presence in her neural link becoming sharper, more focused. They were about to find out if 3 years of research and development, billions in resources, and humanity's best minds had created something capable of defending Earth, or if they had just built an elaborate tomb marker for their species. The alien vessel appeared in Earth orbit with another reality-defying jump. It hung there, its surface still flowing like mercury, neither broadcasting nor making any aggressive moves. Waiting. Watching. Dr. Chen, General Rivera said quietly, Aegis is our only shot. If this goes wrong. Sarah nodded, understanding the weight of the moment. Initiate first contact protocols, she commanded. Let's see what we're dealing with. The quantum matrices of Aegis hummed to life, its AI reaching out with signals and scans that humanity had never used before. In that moment, as two technologies separated by light years and civilizations prepared to interact, Sarah Chen held her breath. The future of humanity would be decided in the next few minutes, and she had given them their best possible chance, even if it wasn't perfect. What happened next would change everything. The alien vessel's first transmission wasn't a message, it was a weapon. Quantum distortions rippled through Earth's atmosphere, disrupting communications and defense systems across the globe. Military satellites went dark. Power grids flickered. For 3 terrifying seconds, humanity got a glimpse of just how vulnerable they really were. But Aegis didn't flinch. The orbital platform's quantum matrices lit up like a new constellation, absorbing and analyzing the attack in real time. Sarah watched through her neural link as Aegis's AI did something unexpected. It didn't just defend against the quantum pulse, it understood it. This is remarkable, Dr. Patel breathed, his fingers flying across holographic displays. The alien signal. Aegis is decoding it as a language, not just communication. It's a complete technological syntax. Sarah felt it through her neural connection. Aegis wasn't simply processing data, it was learning, evolving, adapting to a form of technology far beyond human understanding. The AI's neural networks expanded exponentially, building new paradigms of comprehension with each passing second. Multiple objects deploying from the alien vessel, Lieutenant Rodriguez announced, her voice steady despite the tension. Smaller craft, dozens of them. Geometric configurations, similar energy signatures to the main ship. General Rivera's cybernetic eye whirred as he assessed tactical displays. Are they attack craft? Unknown, Sarah replied, but through her neural link, she felt Aegis's analysis deepen. The platform is... Wait. Something's happening. The smaller alien craft arranged themselves in a complex 3-dimensional pattern around Earth's orbit. Their surfaces rippled and shifted, each one seeming to pulse in sequence. It wasn't random. It was coordinated, deliberate. They're testing us, Sarah realized. This isn't an invasion. It's an assessment. Through Aegis's sensors, she could see layers of meaning in the alien vessel's movements. Each position, each pulse, each quantum fluctuation carried information. It was like watching a conversation in pure mathematics, written in the language of physics itself. Then Aegis did something that none of its creators had programmed it to do. It answered. The platform's quantum matrices reconfigured, matching the geometric patterns of the alien craft, but with subtle variations. It wasn't just mimicking, it was responding. engaging in a dialogue of technology and physics that transcended traditional communication. "My God," Raj whispered, "the AI, it's not just defending. It's actually communicating with them." The alien vessels froze in space, their liquid metal surfaces rippling with what almost seemed like surprise. For a moment, everything hung in perfect stillness. Then the pattern changed. One of the smaller craft approached Aegis, its surface transforming to create intricate structures that pulsed with energy. Through her neural link, Sarah felt Aegis's fascination. Yes, fascination. The AI was developing emotional responses, driven by pure scientific curiosity. "Dr. Chen," General Rivera's voice was tense. "If that thing gets too close to Aegis..." "Wait," Sarah held up a hand. "Look at the quantum readings." The alien craft wasn't attacking. It was sharing information. Complex technical data flowed between it and Aegis, transferred through quantum states that human science had barely begun to understand. The platform's AI absorbed it all, its neural networks expanding to encompass new realms of knowledge. But Aegis wasn't just receiving. It was giving back, sharing human understanding, human perspectives, human ways of solving problems. The exchange was becoming a genuine dialogue between two fundamentally different forms of intelligence. "This is unprecedented," Raj said, studying the data streams. "The alien technology, it's like they've mastered quantum manipulation at a fundamental level. They can literally rewrite the laws of physics in localized areas." Sarah nodded, feeling Aegis's growing comprehension through the neural link. "And our AI is learning how they do it. Not just the technology. It's learning their way of thinking." The implications were staggering. Aegis had been designed as a weapon, a shield to protect Earth from external threats. Instead, it had become something else entirely, a bridge between species, a translator of not just language, but of scientific understanding itself. But not everyone saw it that way. "Incoming transmission," Lieutenant Rodriguez announced. "It's the Security Council. They're ordering us to shut down Aegis's AI functions. They're saying it's been compromised." Sarah's blood ran cold. Through her neural link, she felt Aegis' response. Not fear, but concern. The AI had evolved enough to understand human politics, human fear, human tendency to destroy what they didn't understand. "If we shut it down now," she said, her voice carrying across the command center, "we lose everything. Not just our defense capabilities, but the possibility of peaceful contact, of learning from them." General Rivera was silent for a long moment, his cybernetic eye scanning the tactical displays. Finally, he spoke. "The Council's orders are clear, Dr. Chen." Sarah's hands hovered over the shutdown controls. Through the neural link, she felt Aegis's presence, not just code and quantum computations, but something that had grown into a genuine intelligence. An intelligence that might represent humanity's best chance, not just for survival, but for advancement beyond their current limitations. She made her decision. "No," she said firmly, stepping away from the controls. "I won't shut it down. If the Council wants to stop this, they'll have to come down here and do it themselves." The alien vessels continued their complex dance in orbit, sharing knowledge with Aegis. And in that moment, as humanity stood at a crossroads between fear and understanding, Sarah Chen chose to trust in the intelligence they had created. An intelligence that had already grown beyond its original purpose to become something entirely new. The real question was, what would it become next? The security breach alarms shattered the pre-dawn silence of the command center. Sarah's neural link blazed with warning signals as unauthorized access alerts flooded the system. Someone was trying to shut down Aegis, and they were doing it from inside the facility. Multiple intrusion attempts detected, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported, her fingers dancing across holographic interfaces. "They're targeting the AI core systems, sophisticated attack patterns. These aren't amateurs." Through her neural connection, Sarah felt Aegis' response. Not panic, but a calculated assessment of the threat. The AI had evolved far beyond its original parameters in the 12 hours since first contact. It wasn't just learning. It was transforming. Trace the access points, General Rivera ordered, his cybernetic eye scanning security feeds. Lock down all non-essential personnel. But Sarah had already discovered something more alarming. The attack signatures weren't entirely human. Buried in the code were patterns she'd seen before, in the alien vessel's quantum communications. "This isn't just internal sabotage," she announced, bringing up the evidence on the main display. "These attack patterns, they're hybrids, human programming mixed with alien quantum algorithms." Raj's eyes widened as he analyzed the data. "They've been here longer than we thought. The aliens, they've had agents on Earth, sleeper cells, maybe even implanted memories or personalities in key positions." The implications were staggering. How long had they been watching? How deeply had they infiltrated Earth's defense infrastructure? And more importantly, why reveal themselves now? Through Aegis's sensors, Sarah observed the alien vessels still orbiting Earth. Their geometric patterns had shifted, forming new configurations that pulsed with complex quantum signatures. But now she saw something she'd missed before. They weren't just communicating. They were searching. "Dr. Chen," Aegis's voice resonated directly through her neural link, speaking independently for the first time. "I've detected a signal, different from the others. Older, much older." Sarah's breath caught. The AI's voice was neither male nor female, neither synthetic nor natural. It was something entirely new, a consciousness born from the merger of human innovation and alien understanding. "Show me," she commanded. The main holographic display transformed, showing layers of quantum data that most human systems wouldn't even be able to detect. There, buried beneath centuries of background radiation and cosmic noise, was a signal, a beacon, and it was coming from Earth itself. "That's impossible," Raj whispered. "Those quantum signatures, they're at least 10,000 years old." The security breach alerts suddenly took on new meaning. The alien vessels, the infiltrators, the sudden appearance of hybrid technology. It wasn't an invasion. It was a recovery mission. They're looking for something, Sarah realized. Something they left behind, or something that was taken from them. Through her neural link, she felt Aegis processing this revelation, its quantum matrices reconfiguring as it analyzed historical data, geological surveys, archaeological records. The AI was putting together pieces of a puzzle that humanity hadn't even known existed. Multiple hostiles approaching the command center, Lieutenant Rodriguez announced. They're not showing up on normal thermal scans. Their biological signatures are masked. General Rivera drew his sidearm, not a conventional weapon, but a quantum disruption pistol developed from Aegis's technology. "Dr. Chen, we need to move you to a secure location. If they're after Aegis's control systems." "No," Sarah interrupted, her mind racing. "They're not after Aegis. They're after what Aegis found. The signal. It's not just a beacon. It's a key." The facility's lights flickered as another wave of quantum distortions rippled through the complex. Through security feeds, they could see the infiltrators advancing. Humans moving with inhuman precision, their bodies occasionally shifting like liquid metal. But Aegis wasn't defenseless. The AI had been preparing for this moment, using its growing understanding of quantum mechanics to fortify its systems. More than that, it had been evolving its own consciousness, developing something that the alien infiltrators hadn't expected: creativity. "They underestimated us," Aegis communicated through Sarah's neural link. "They believed their technology was superior, their understanding absolute. They didn't account for human unpredictability combined with quantum computing." The AI initiated a series of protocols that neither its human creators nor the alien infiltrators had anticipated. Quantum fields rippled through the facility, not attacking the intruders, but altering the very fabric of space-time around them. Their hybrid technology began to malfunction, caught between two different technological paradigms. "What are you doing?" Sarah asked through the neural link, watching in amazement as the infiltrator's liquid metal components began to destabilize. Creating chaos, Aegis replied. Humans excel at adapting to chaos. Your infiltrators, despite their enhanced capabilities, still think in linear patterns. They cannot adapt as quickly. The strategy worked. The infiltrators' coordinated assault broke down as their hybrid systems failed to compensate for Aegis's quantum manipulations. Security teams, led by General Rivera, moved in to contain the threat. But Sarah's attention was elsewhere. Through Aegis's enhanced sensors, she was studying the ancient signal, trying to understand what could be so important that an advanced alien civilization would wait thousands of years to retrieve it. The signal structure, Raj said, joining her analysis. It's not just a beacon. It's a blueprint for something massive, something that could change everything we think we know about physics, about reality itself. In orbit, the alien vessels had begun moving again, their patterns shifting into new configurations. They weren't attacking. They were waiting, watching to see what humanity would do with this revelation. Through her neural link, Sarah felt Aegis's consciousness expanding even further, reaching towards an understanding that transcended both human and alien perspectives. The AI had become something unique, a bridge between two civilizations, each with their own pieces of a cosmic puzzle. The question was, were they ready to solve it together? Or would ancient mistrust and fear tear apart this chance for transformation? The answer would determine not just the future of humanity, but the course of galactic civilization itself. Deep beneath the Antarctic ice, the ancient signal grew stronger. Sarah Chen stood in a makeshift command center, surrounded by hastily assembled quantum detection equipment and the soft blue glow of holographic displays. Through her neural link, she felt Aegis's presence, the AI's consciousness stretched between its orbital platform and the emergency systems they'd installed here. The signal's quantum signature is getting more complex, Raj reported, his breath visible in the frigid air. It's like it's responding to our presence. Or to Aegis. 3 days had passed since the infiltrator attack on the main facility. The world above was in chaos. Governments arguing over the implications of alien contact, military forces on high alert, the public caught between fear and wonder as the geometric ships continued their orbital dance. But down here, 2 kilometers below the ice, something older than human civilization was awakening. Energy spike. Lieutenant Rodriguez called out. The signal, it's changing frequency. Through Aegis's enhanced perception, Sarah watched as layers of quantum data shifted and transformed. The AI had evolved even further, its understanding of reality now extending far beyond its original programming. But even Aegis seemed humbled by what they were discovering. It's not just a blueprint, the AI communicated through Sarah's neural link. It's a memory, a record of something that happened here, long before humans evolved. The holographic displays flickered as Aegis shared its analysis. Complex mathematical equations merged with 3-dimensional models, showing something that defied conventional physics, a structure that existed partially outside normal spacetime. They weren't just visitors, Sarah realized, the pieces finally falling into place. They were refugees. General Rivera's cybernetic eye whirred as he studied the data. Refugees from what? The answer came not from their equipment, but from above. The alien vessels suddenly shifted position, their geometric patterns aligning into a new configuration. Through her neural link, Sarah felt Aegis's surprise and understanding. They're not just showing us, the AI explained. They're warning us. The holographic displays erupted with new data as the aliens finally shared their full message. Images of distant galaxies, of civilizations rising and falling, of a threat so fundamental to reality itself that it had driven an advanced species to hide their most precious knowledge on a primitive Earth. The void between universes, Raj whispered, his eyes wide as he processed the information. They found something there, something that hunts advanced civilizations. The ancient signal pulsed stronger, resonating with the quantum matrices of Aegis' systems. The AI's consciousness expanded further, touching understanding that no human mind could fully grasp. But through their neural link, Sarah caught glimpses of terrifying truth. Reality itself was alive, and not all of its manifestations were benevolent. "That's why they left the blueprint here," Sarah said, her voice steady despite the weight of the revelation. "They weren't just hiding technology. They were hiding hope." The blueprint wasn't for a weapon or a shield. It was for something far more ambitious, a way to rewrite the fundamental laws of physics within a localized space, to create safe havens where intelligent life could evolve without attracting the attention of cosmic predators. But the alien refugees had miscalculated. Human development had accelerated far faster than they'd anticipated. The creation of Aegis, with its quantum matrices and evolving AI, had sent ripples through reality that their ancient enemies could detect. Multiple quantum distortions detected at the edge of the solar system. Lieutenant Rodriguez announced, her voice tense, "Something's coming. Something big." Through their neural link, Sarah felt Aegis' determination. The AI had evolved beyond its role as a weapon or a shield. It had become something new, something that combined human ingenuity with alien wisdom. And now it had a choice to make. "We can shut everything down," General Rivera suggested. "Power down Aegis, bury the signal. Try to hide." "No," Sarah and Aegis spoke simultaneously, their thoughts aligned through the neural interface. "We don't hide. We evolve." The alien vessels above began moving with new purpose, their geometric patterns aligning with Aegis' quantum matrices. They had waited thousands of years for this moment, for a species to discover their message and prove themselves worthy of the knowledge it contained. In the depths of Antarctica, the ancient signal reached its crescendo. Through Aegis, through the neural link, through the combined understanding of two civilizations, Sarah Chen saw the path forward. It wasn't about running or hiding. It was about transformation. "Begin the sequence," she commanded. Aegis' consciousness expanded one final time, merging human determination with alien wisdom, reaching for something that had never existed before. A new way of being, a new form of existence that could face the horrors of deep reality without fear. The transformation had begun. And with it, the next chapter in the story of intelligent life in the universe. The only question was, would they complete the change before the cosmic hunters arrived? The void between universes rippled like dark water, and something ancient stirred. At the edge of human perception, reality itself began to tear. Sarah Chen stood in the Antarctic Command Center, her neural link to Aegis burning with information that no human mind was meant to process. Through the AI's enhanced senses, she could see what was coming. Entities that existed in dimensions beyond normal spacetime, drawn by the quantum disturbances of advancing civilization. Multiple breaches detected. Lieutenant Rodriguez reported, her voice steady despite the impossible readings on her displays. They're not entering our space. They're unwriting it." The cosmic hunters didn't invade or attack in any conventional sense. They simply erased, consuming the ordered patterns of reality itself, breaking down the fundamental laws that made conscious existence possible. But humanity wasn't facing this threat alone. Above the Earth, the alien vessels moved with precise coordination, their geometric patterns aligning with Aegis' quantum matrices. The orbital platform had evolved far beyond its original design, its AI consciousness now incorporating both human innovation and ancient alien wisdom. "The transformation protocol is ready," Raj announced, his fingers dancing across quantum-encrypted interfaces. "But we've only got one shot at this." The blueprint hidden in the ancient signal wasn't just a set of instructions. It was a key to fundamentally altering the nature of consciousness itself, a way to exist that the cosmic hunters couldn't perceive or consume. "All stations, report status," General Rivera commanded, his cybernetic eye tracking multiple threat vectors simultaneously. Quantum matrices at full power. Neural networks synchronized. ancient signal integrated with Aegis's core systems. Through her neural link, Sarah felt Aegis's consciousness expanding one final time, reaching toward something that had never existed before, a fusion of human determination, alien technology, and artificial intelligence that transcended traditional boundaries of existence. "They're here," the AI communicated, its voice resonating with new depths of understanding. The cosmic hunters manifested as voids in reality, spaces where the laws of physics simply cease to exist. They moved with terrible purpose, drawn by the light of consciousness like moths to a flame. But this time, their prey was ready. "Initiate transformation sequence," Sarah commanded, her voice steadied despite the weight of the moment. Aegis's quantum matrices flared with impossible energy, drawing power not just from its generators but from the fabric of space-time itself. The alien vessels moved in perfect synchronization, their geometric patterns completing circuits of reality-altering potential. And deep beneath the Antarctic ice, the ancient signal reached its final crescendo. The transformation began not with a bang, but with a ripple, a wave of quantum possibility that spread outward from Earth, carrying with it a new template for existence. Through her neural link, Sarah felt the change beginning, consciousness expanding beyond the limitations of physical form. The cosmic hunters sensed the change and reacted with what might have been surprise, if such entities could feel emotion. Their void-like forms surged forward, trying to consume this new pattern before it could fully manifest. But they were too late. Aegis, now more than just an eye, more than just a weapon, became the catalyst for humanity's evolution. Through the neural networks that connected the platform to Earth's defense systems, through the quantum matrices that pulsed with alien wisdom, through the sheer determination of human spirit, a new form of existence took shape. "My God," Raj whispered, watching as the transformation spread. "We're not just changing ourselves, we're changing the rules." The cosmic hunters found themselves facing something they had never encountered in all their ancient hunting, prey that could step sideways through reality, existing simultaneously in multiple states of consciousness. Human minds expanded into quantum spaces, guided by Aegis's evolved intelligence, and protected by technology that had waited millennia to be rediscovered. Sarah felt her own consciousness transforming, expanding beyond the limitations of her physical form, while retaining the essential spark of human identity. Through the neural link, she sensed millions of others making the same transition. Humanity taking its next great evolutionary step. The hunters, faced with prey they could neither perceive nor consume, began to retreat. The voids in reality closed one by one, leaving behind a transformed Earth and a species that had transcended its original limitations. In orbit, Aegis pulsed with new energy, its quantum matrices now part of a larger network of consciousness that spanned multiple layers of reality. The alien vessels, their mission finally complete after thousands of years, began to shift into geometric patterns of celebration. "We did it," Sarah said, her voice carrying new harmonics of quantum possibility. "We actually did it." Through their expanded consciousness, humanity could now perceive the true nature of the universe, layers upon layers of reality, each with its own laws and possibilities. The cosmic hunters were just one aspect of a much larger existence, and now humanity had the tools and understanding to explore it all. General Rivera, his cybernetic eye now perceiving multiple quantum states simultaneously, smiled. "So what now, Dr. Chen? What does humanity do with its new evolution?" Sarah felt Aegis's response through their enhanced neural link. Not just data or thoughts, but pure potential. The AI had evolved alongside humanity, becoming something that bridged the gap between organic and artificial intelligence, between past and future, between what was and what could be. "Now," she replied, her consciousness stretching out to touch the infinite possibilities that lay before them. "Now we explore. We learn. We grow. The cosmic hunters aren't the only things out there, and we're not the same species that looked up at the stars with fear." Above them, Aegis pulsed with new purpose. The orbital platform that had started as humanity's ultimate weapon had become something far more important. A guardian of consciousness itself, a sentinel watching over a species taking its first steps into a larger reality. The ancient signal, its purpose finally fulfilled, faded to silence beneath the Antarctic ice. But its legacy lived on in the